Wow.
When Nicole came around the corner, I was thinking, holy cow, holy horse. I thought it looked pretty ridiculous.
It's summertime. What better way to kick back and relax than to win some crypto? All you gotta do is be a subscriber and like and comment on all of our videos during the months of July and August for your maximum number of entries. We'll have 17 winners and it's decentralized, so you get to pick the crypto, any coin that you want if you are a winner. So make sure you subscribe and get your chance to enter today. Bit Squad, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin going up. Who could hate that? People that don't have any Bitcoin. Also, we're going to be looking at big news from Tron. There was a big misconception about something that was going on surrounding Tron. So we're going to take a look at that. We're going to clear up some of the FUD around it and talk about what really happened. We're going to take a look today at shapeshift, Iran, and where it stands with crypto. Also going to be taking a look at some mtgox news and more. So make sure you stay tuned for all that. We've got our new crypto giveaway, decentralized. You get to pick the crypto, so make sure you like and comment every video between July and August for your best chance to win. We're gonna pick a ton of winners, 17 winners total. Also giving away some ledger, so don't miss out on that. Let's jump in the markets. Market watch. All right, guys, we got Bitcoin going up, $12.3 thousand right now. I was recently asked early last week what I thought Bitcoin was gonna do, and I said it's not gonna be long before it's back above 12. We went up too fast, too high, too quickly, too fast, too quickly. We just went up too much, too quick. That's the long and the short of it. A couple weeks ago, did the Bitcoin 2019 conference play into that a little bit? You had a lot of OGs, a lot of people with big pockets there. I don't know, maybe it did, maybe it didn't. I'm not sure, but what I do know is we were bound for a correction. We got it. And now we're back on the way up, guys. And I do think that we are going to continue to go up. I'm not sure how high we're going to get by the end of this month. Certainly not 33K. But I do believe that by the end of this year, we will be around 40,000. So you can kind of map those points, any way you want to do that to get to that number. Biggest winners of the day, Japan Content Network, Quant, Agrisha, XMAX, and Crypto.com chain. We also have Walton Chain, Komodo Next, BitTorrent, and Ravencoin having some pretty big dips today. The market cap overall is $345 billion and Bitcoin dominant 63.5%, going up by the second. I do believe we will have a pullback. I'm just not sure when it's going to be a pullback of that Bitcoin dominance number. History tells us that, Bitcoin dominance is not going to continue going up forever. I do believe that we will see a pullback. Not sure what we'll go back down to. I would like to see that number get back below 50%. That's good for altcoins. I'm big on Bitcoin. I'm big on altcoins. I'm big on all of it. So hopefully we'll see that pretty soon if you have a lot of holdings in altcoins. It's time for the Fresh 5 top news stories of the day, starting with number 5. All right, guys, we got Fortress willing to pay mtgox creditor claims for $900 a Bitcoin. Now, the price at the time of the bankruptcy was $451 per Bitcoin. So Fortress is willing to pay you basically twice what your claim is worth in order to eventually collect that money from the mtgox bankruptcy. They believe they will get more than that, obviously, or they wouldn't be doing it. Now, I do have a mtgox claim, but I think I only had about a half Bitcoin in there. So my claim is for like $200 something. I had actually recently moved all of my Bitcoin out of mtgox and sold most of them, unfortunately, right before the crash. But if you do have claims in this, you might be getting a letter. So this is a letter from Fortress that they're sending out. And basically it's saying right here that if you do this, they'll give you $900 per Bitcoin, 200% of the bankruptcy value, and they can pay you within 10 days. So with the small amount that I had in the mtgox claim, I'm not sure if I will be getting this letter. If I do, I'll let you guys know. I'm going to take the offer. Number 4. Shapeshift now has a new user interface, and they're actually working with KeepKey. They bought KeepKey a while ago. And if you didn't know, I did a review of KeepKey a while back. And one of the things I said about it was I did not like the clunky extension you had to download with the KeepKey hardware wallet. However, Shapeshift now works with KeepKey on this new user interface. So it's very smooth, looks really cool. Trying to get somebody from Shapeshift onto my podcast, Beards and Bitcoins. You can see right here, they now support Trezor and KeepKey, which you can buy there. They were handing those things out like they were candy at Bitcoin 2019 conference. But it's pretty cool. So you guys may want to check this out. Like I said, it does work with Trezor right now. They are in the process of trying to get, get involved with Ledger and get Ledger support on here as well. That would be really huge. But, you got somebody who's an OG in Bitcoin that's behind this thing. And, I think a lot of people didn't like the fact that, I believe it was the SEC said that Shapeshift had to do KYC and stuff like that. Some people may not like that, but for most of us, we just kind of accept the regulation is a thing. We can't really do much about it. So, I certainly don't mind doing KYC on most places where I do business. But there's a lot of different cool things about this. I might do a full review of it later on, but I definitely want to alert you guys that this is on, it's live, and it's pretty smooth. Number 3. All right, guys, the Iranian central bank has now said that Bitcoin in Iran is illegal. Well, at least trading it is. It says here, a senior official of the Central Bank of Iran, Nasir Hakimi, has recently warned that trading Bitcoin in Iran is illegal. I like this next part. He also warned the public about the volatility and risks with Bitcoin trading, because that's the main concern that people in Iran should have. Anyways, guys, there was basically a case recently involving the Iranian Supreme Court and money laundering surrounding Bitcoin. But I thought this was also very interesting, guys, because it's not just trading. They've actually been seizing Bitcoin mining farms in Iran. The criminals usually choose derelict factories in outlying suburbs to consuming subsidized power to hundreds of mining machines. So Iran is definitely not bullish. However, maybe the people are, I don't know, but the government and the central bank are in control there for 100%. We already know that India also has put a recent ban on cryptocurrency. And I recently spoke to a guy at Bitcoin 2019 regarding India, and he said that, the thing is, there's this misconception when you have a government that bans crypto, that the government itself, everybody across the board is against it. But he said, he actually worked in the Indian government and said he was very bullish, and there's a lot of bullish people there. However, the people that are really in control are those people that don't want to give up control. And by allowing cryptocurrency, you are giving up a level of control. So I think we'll continue to see many of these countries, continue to ban Bitcoin as long as they can. But eventually we will have a borderless economy. Be on the lookout for my video about Algorand coming out here in a couple days that will touch on that subject very thoroughly. But I do believe in a worldwide borderless economy we will have one day. Technology will allow that. And so it's only going to be so long that these countries and regimes can hold out. Number 2. All right, guys, if you can't beat them, join them. Is that Deutsche Bank's plan? So Deutsche Bank, one of the biggest banks in the world, have now cut 18,000 jobs that will be, delivered over time or undelivered by 2022. Today, there were massive layoffs. They said that at the London office, every 5 minutes, a whole horde of people was coming out who had just been laid off from their jobs. Now, the question is Bitcoin playing a role in this? The banking industry has managed to survive for over 3,000 years, and it probably will continue to do so. But how is the question? Well, Deutsche Bank's plan here is actually they are going to be taking the money that they were paying those 18,000 employees and putting that money towards researching technology. Now, why would they want to do that? I don't know. JPM coin? Are we going to see a private blockchain from Deutsche Bank? I think it's altogether possible, but the writing seems to be on the wall for these banks. We are going to see, I've said this many times, through cryptocurrency, not because people are going to be getting rich everywhere. I mean, that will be part of it, but we are going to see the largest redistribution of wealth in the history of mankind. We are going to be seeing the money coming out of the banking system and into the hands of the people that they're supposed to represent in a way, if you think of it like that. So this is definitely something that was interesting today, and it had a reverse effect on the market. We saw Deutsche Bank, definitely, as a big story, and yet we saw Bitcoin pumping. So I don't know, is there a connection there? Not sure, but I know one thing. It's bad for Deutsche Bank, good for Bitcoin. Hold up, it's time for an iost break. All right, guys, we continue to have an exodus of people coming over to iost from EOS. Is it because they just prefer projects that are only letters? I don't know. Maybe that's the case. But one thing's for sure, 4 letters are better than 3. So come on over, EOS people. Or sorry, in this one case, EOS people, come to iost. Top EOS block producer infstones, I guess that's from Infinity Stones, joins iost as a staking node. They will also stake an additional 10 million iost to support the ecosystem. And the whole point here is that we are seeing more and more dApps, block producers, investors, content creators that have been specifically for EOS coming over to iost, probably because they like the decentralization of this project. And also, you know, if you kind of think of it like this, there's 4 main decentralized platforms right now. You have Tron, EOS, Ethereum, and iost. However, none of them have really taken off yet, like fully launched, where they've got tons of dApps that people are using everywhere. I would say Tron is probably in the lead right now for the most used dApps. But we don't have any dApp other than maybe TronBet that really has gotten a lot of excitement behind it. So it could be one of these things where kind of, you know, rising tides lift all ships. Maybe the thing that we should all be focusing here is not necessarily in promoting our own projects that we believe in, like this is the best, this is the best. Maybe it's an approach of maybe giving the advantages and use case of decentralized platforms in general. And maybe then when people understand what a decentralized application is or decentralized platform is and their advantages, maybe then people will start to get excited about specific platforms. But, you know, we'll just have to see. But one thing is for sure, there have been more people coming over from iost from EOS than any other project for 100%. The #1 crypto story of the day. All right, guys, so we had Hayden Otto on the show before. We had him on the Beards and Bitcoins podcast to talk about the Quadriga scam. If you remember when that whole thing was going on, I guess it still is. And he's basically an investigative reporter for CoinSpice. And he was the one that really started this thing going. And, you know, from watching the videos and trying to understand exactly what happened, I understand his perspective. And I think when you're one of the first people to get in front of something and report on something, that it's very easy to get things misconstrued, and that is what happened here. Now, granted, he didn't say definitively that this is a raid. He said police raids at Tron offices in Beijing. Additionally, there's many angry people gathered there who are saying things like Tron is a scam. So that is really what kicked off everything. He eventually got, you know, an answer from Justin Sun even. Basically, Justin Sun's response was a number of people attempted to enter the office of Rabo Technology, a partner of Tron in mainland China, with video on the internet showing scenes of the incident and the police response that removed them and secured the office. So it's actually the opposite of what a lot of people thought. A lot of people thought that the police were raiding Tron. The Tron office was getting raided. People were saying the Ponzi scheme is finally over, blah, 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 blah. Just a bunch of FUD. That was not even the main Tron office. It was a partner office. Now, it did have a Tron logo on the wall, I believe. There were a lot of protesters who basically got tricked in a Ponzi scheme. One thing I learned that's very interesting about this is that Tron is actually called something different in China. They call it Wayfield. The real Tron platform is known as Wayfield in China. I don't know. If you think about the movie Tron, maybe, you know, the lines and all that, maybe that's a Wayfield is the, you know, translation for that. I don't really know. But I thought that was very interesting. That's actually the most informative thing I got from this whole incident today, was that it is called Wayfield. Now, basically what happened is there was a Ponzi scheme that was using the Tron name in order to get investors, okay? Now, I said on Twitter, and I believe this is true, that basically, you know, blaming Tron for a Ponzi scheme involving investing in Tron is akin to blaming Bitcoin for BitConnect. BitConnect used Bitcoin as an investment vehicle for their Ponzi scheme, but it was in no way related to Bitcoin. Same thing here with the Tron issue. Now, there have been some disputes on the level of awareness that Tron had, or the help that they had in this community, this Tron community in China. Tron has adamantly said that they had nothing to do with this, and it's a shame that people use their name to promote Ponzi schemes, and I think that probably is most likely true. Why would Tron want to be associated with something they thought was a Ponzi scheme? If there was any involvement at all, it would have been unknowingly that it was a Ponzi scheme. There's no way that Tron would actively say, oh, you have a Tron Ponzi scheme that's going to really hurt our price when it crumbles? Let's jump in. Like, that doesn't make any sense, guys. You got to know about this. But this actually was not the worst Tron riot. The worst Tron riot was actually in Edinburgh, Scotland in 1811 and 12. Took place in the city's Old Town, the vicinity of Tronkirk, on the night of New Year's Eve and during the early hours of the next day. A group of young men, including the Keeley gang, attacked and robbed wealthier passerbys. One police officer was killed in the riot. 68 youths were arrested and 5 were sentenced to death. God, the juvenile court system back in Scotland did not play. Anyways, guys, that has nothing to do with this, but I Googled Tron riot and I found it. So basically what actually happened was there were people that lost money in this Ponzi scheme, and they were at the Tron partner office rioting, saying Tron is a scam, wanting answers, demanding a statement from Justin Sun. They weren't even at the right place. Tron really didn't have anything to do with this, and the police came to escort those people out and to basically make sure that the office was safe. So if you heard anything different, it's not true. That's what actually happened. We got several reports, and it all just basically started by some misinformation that I don't believe was put out intentionally to make Tron look bad. I mean, if you looked at what was going on, if you saw the riot, if you saw these videos here, you know, you would certainly think that there was something going on there, but definitely glad that, you know, not glad. There's really no winner in this situation. Glad's not the right word to use. You do have people that lost a lot of money. Supposedly, one woman may have committed suicide, but that has not been confirmed. To my knowledge, there was $30 million lost in this Ponzi scheme. So, you know, it's definitely an unfortunate situation. You know, thoughts and prayers with all those people that lost the money. But, you know, it just goes to show, do your own research. If it sounds too good to be true, it's probably a scam. That is the slogan of cryptocurrency. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope I was able to clear up some of the stuff that went on with the Tron situation today. Hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like and comment to get your entry for our contest for our summer decentralized crypto giveaway. BitBoy out.